Have you ever pondered over the mysterious and intriguing life of Jacques DeMolay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar? This question beckons us into the enigma that is Jacques DeMolay, a figure who has been the subject of both veneration and vilification. His tale is one of power, faith, and ultimately, a dramatic downfall, all set against the backdrop of the turbulent Middle Ages. Born in the year of 1244, Jacques DeMolay's early life is shrouded in mystery. Little is known about his formative years before he emerged in the annals of history as a member of the Knights Templar, a powerful Christian military order. The Templars, as they are often simply known, were a force to be reckoned with during the Middle Ages, wielding considerable influence both in the battlefield and in the corridors of power. Within this influential order, Jacques DeMolay ascended to the highest rank, becoming the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar. But who was this man really? What shaped his beliefs, his decisions, and his actions? These are questions that have puzzled historians for centuries, and it is these questions that we will delve into. DeMolay's journey is a fascinating one, a narrative filled with battles, intrigue, and the machinations of power. His story is not just about one man, but about an era and a society marked by faith, warfare, and the relentless pursuit of power. The story of Jacques DeMolay is the story of the Knights Templar, and in many ways the story of the Middle Ages itself. As we explore his life, we will encounter tales of courage and conviction, of treachery and tragedy. We will see a man who was revered by many, feared by some, and ultimately betrayed by those he trusted. So, are you ready to journey back in time to the Middle Ages, to the world of the Knights Templar and their last Grand Master, Jacques DeMolay? As we dig deeper into the life of this enigmatic figure, prepare to be intrigued by his journey from obscurity to infamy. Jacques DeMolay's journey to becoming the Grand Master was no ordinary feat. Our tale begins with a young DeMolay, who in the mid-13th century decided to join the ranks of the Knights Templar. This was a militaristic and religious order known for their prowess in battle and their dedication to the Christian cause during the Crusades. DeMolay's entry into the Templars was marked by his unwavering dedication and resolve. His affinity for the Templar cause, his military acumen, and his charismatic leadership quickly caught the eye of his superiors, setting the stage for his rapid rise within the ranks. In the years that followed, DeMolay's reputation grew. His dedication to the Templar cause, his strategic mind, and his leadership skills were unparalleled. He was known to lead from the front, a trait that earned him the respect and admiration of his fellow Templars. His knack for strategy and diplomacy was also evident in his dealings with the political and religious powers of the time. By the year 1292, DeMolay's rise was complete. He ascended to the highest rank within the Templars, becoming the Grand Master. As Grand Master, DeMolay was the principal commander of the Templars, with the responsibility of directing the Order's operations across the globe. His word was law among the Templars, and his decisions were respected and followed without question. DeMolay's leadership was marked by his unwavering dedication to the Templar cause. He was a zealous defender of the Order, and under his leadership the Templars remained a formidable force. Despite the changing political and religious landscape of the time. But it wasn't just his military prowess that set DeMolay apart. His diplomatic skills were equally remarkable. He was known to navigate the complex political landscape of the time with ease, maintaining the Templars' influence and power, despite the many challenges they faced. Jacques DeMolay, a figure of power and influence, had now become a pivotal figure in the history of the Knights Templar. His ascension to power was a testament to his dedication, leadership skills, and his unwavering commitment to the Templar cause. However, the winds of fortune were about to change for DeMolay and his order. The Templars, once revered, were about to face their darkest hour. The man who orchestrated their downfall was none other than King Philip IV of France. Accusations of heresy, blasphemy, and various ungodly acts began to circulate. The Templars, who had been the guardians of Christendom, were now painted as the enemies of the faith. On a day that would live in infamy, Friday the 13th of October in the year 1307, the hammer fell. DeMolay, along with scores of his fellow Templars, was arrested. King Philip had issued a secret order, and in a coordinated strike, Templars across France were rounded up. The mighty order was brought to its knees not on the battlefield, but in the courts and cells of Paris. The trials that followed were a spectacle. The Templars were subjected to grueling interrogations under the watchful eye of the Inquisition. DeMolay himself was put to the question, accused of heresy and other heinous crimes. The charges were severe, the evidence shaky at best, and yet they were enough to shatter the reputation of the Templars. Through it all, DeMolay remained steadfast. He rejected the charges, defended his order, and maintained his innocence. But the odds were stacked against him. The Templars were reviled, their riches coveted, and their power feared. The trials were a farce, a means to an end, and that end was the destruction of the Templars. In the end, the Templars were disbanded, their assets seized, and their members either executed or excommunicated. DeMolay, the last Grand Master, was left to face his fate alone. King Philip had achieved his goal. The Templars were no more. In the face of adversity, DeMolay's unwavering faith and resilience were about to be severely tested. The fall of the Templars was a tragic chapter in the annals of history, a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and greed. The final chapter of DeMolay's life was a testament to his indomitable spirit and unyielding faith. Jacques DeMolay, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, faced his trials with a steadfast determination that would define his legacy. Accused of heresy, idolatry, and other scandalous charges, DeMolay was subjected to the harshest of inquisitions, yet he refused to admit to these accusations, maintaining his innocence till the very end. For 7 long years, DeMolay was subjected to brutal tortures, designed to break his spirit and extract a confession. But the Grand Master's resolve was unbreakable. He stood by his faith and by his fellow Templars, refusing to give the Inquisitors the satisfaction of a false confession. His resilience was a beacon of hope, a symbol of defiance against the oppressive regime. In March of 1314, DeMolay's journey reached its tragic conclusion. He was sentenced to death, to be burnt at the stake on an island in the River Seine. His execution marked the end of the Knights Templar, the once powerful order now reduced to a mere memory. Yet even in death, DeMolay's spirit remained unquenched. As the flames engulfed him, it is said that he called out to his tormentors, prophesying that they too would meet their end within the year. A prophecy that eerily came true. DeMolay's death was a pivotal moment in history. It marked the end of an era, the fall of the Templars, and the beginning of a new chapter in the annals of the Church. His legacy, however, endured. His name became a symbol of courage and resilience, inspiring countless generations to stand up for their beliefs, no matter the cost. Today, DeMolay is remembered not just as the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, but as a martyr who stood up against injustice, a hero who chose death over dishonor, and a legend whose story continues to inspire. DeMolay's death, far from diminishing his influence, only served to immortalize his name in the annals of history. His tale remains a poignant reminder of the power of unwavering faith and indomitable spirit. Jacques DeMolay's life was a tapestry of power, faith, betrayal, and resilience that continues to intrigue us today. His story begins in a world where power was a game of chess, played by those with the audacity to challenge the status quo. Rising through the ranks, DeMolay became the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, a position of extraordinary power and influence. His leadership was marked by the Templars' prowess and their unyielding dedication to their cause. But every rise has a fall, and the Templars were no exception. DeMolay's reign came to a tragic end as he and his knights fell victim to the machinations of King Philip IV of France. Accusations of heresy led to the brutal dissolution of the Templars, their name tarnished, their power dismantled. DeMolay himself faced the ultimate sacrifice, burned at the stake in the heart of Paris, a grim testament to the cost of defying the crown. Yet even in death, DeMolay's influence did not wane. His legacy persisted, woven into the very fabric of history. His name echoed through the centuries, inspiring countless tales and legends. The Masonic youth organization, DeMolay International, named in his honor, continues to uphold the values he stood for: leadership, brotherhood, and integrity. DeMolay's story serves as a poignant reminder of the transient nature of power, the courage it takes to uphold one's beliefs, and the lasting impact of a life lived with conviction. His life, though marked by triumph and tragedy, continues to resonate, shedding light on a time shrouded in mystery and intrigue. His tale, a blend of fact and fiction, power and persecution, resilience and retribution, captivates us, drawing us into the labyrinth of history where truth and myth intertwine. In the end, Jacques DeMolay, the man, may have perished, but Jacques DeMolay, the legend, continues to live on, intriguing and inspiring us to this day.